The 7 levels of Geometry Dash player. I'm honestly curious. Am I in this? We got Jinxie's, Steak, EVW, all these people.
Geometry Dash has levels to it, both in the literal sense and in terms of the skill brackets that every player falls into. My name is Nimpop, and in this
whatever the top tier is, that's where I am, because I'm just a goat.
This video, we're going to be going over the 7 levels of Geometry Dash player.
Yo, my question is, I know all these people. Who is this guy with the freaking the big old earrings, the gauges? That's what they are, bro. I'm sorry. Let me stop being rude. I don't like gauges. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't like gauges.
With level 1, beginner. Your friend gives you their phone, challenging you to play a game called Geometry Dash. You had never played the game before, but you decide to give it a shot. You give Stereo Manus a try, but you immediately die at 5%. Slowly but surely, you get the hang of the game and manage to beat Stereo.
Yo, what is that couch? She has like a pink gorilla.
Madness. Once you get home, you install GD Lite on your phone and complete the first few main levels over the next few days. You're considering upgrading from GD Lite to buying the full game.
I never had GD Lite. I went from GD Meltdown to full Geometry Dash.
As your friend told you, you can make your own custom levels and even play other people's levels. This makes you curious on what the most difficult levels people have made in the game are. So you decide to look up the hardest Geometry Dash levels on YouTube. Then it really hits you how difficult GD can truly get.
His face. Valid though.
If you beat this level, Reef, you should run for president!
Jinxie, in my opinion, is a good example of a level 1 player, beating his first few main levels and taking an interest to the game and community. Level 2, Novice. After seeing all the cool features, you decide to buy the full version of Geometry Dash. You continue beating the main levels and notice they start getting increasingly frustrating, taking more and more attempts to beat. But over the next few weeks, you keep playing and manage to beat all the main levels. But for you, this doesn't mean the game is over. In fact, you're now excited to play some of the community levels you've seen online. You first play what's most popular. You try Outer Space and even go for some easy demons like the Nightmare and I Spy with My Little Eye. You also learn about some of the game's top players and YouTubers like Zoink and King Samalot. I think Steak is a good example of a level 2 player, managing to beat Theory of Everything 2 and being decent.
Steak! Absolute goat right there. Wait, there I am. You know who else was in this call? Let me move my face cam quick. CG5 was in this call. I don't know why, but he was in this call. I was in a call with CG. I didn't even realize who it was like when I was in the call. Steak is just a networker, bro.
Familiar with the game's most popular levels and creators. Level 3, decent. You now officially consider yourself a Geometry Dash player. You're telling all your friends about the game, and your YouTube feed starts to push you more Geometry Dash creators like Eric Van Wilderman, Vortrox, and a really goated YouTuber named Nimpop. You're now able to beat medium demons with enough practice, so you finally complete Skeletal Shenanigans after being mesmerized by how impressive the decoration looked compared to the main levels.
This looks so awesome.
You try out more of Geometry Dash's features like the gauntlets, which you have some fun playing. You then try the map packs and quickly find out they're complete garbage. You then take on your first hard demon like the legendary level 9 circles. It's a challenge, but after a couple thousand attempts, you finally beat it. An example of a decent player would be a
9 circles is like a canon event. Like you have to play 9 circles if you're getting into GD. That's everybody's first hard demon, I feel like.
Bit Ryan, beating a few medium demons pretty fast in early 2.2. Geometry Dash is quickly becoming one of your favorite games at this point, but you feel like you could use some upgrades to your setup to improve your skill to the next level.
What level am I?
Level 4, good.
Am I good? No, I'm better than good. I'm the best. I'm not good, I'm the best.
Most of you probably make the upgrade to play on PC to reduce your input delay. On top of that, you decide you want to level up your peripherals to push your skill even higher. So you beg your parents to buy you a Seo device and a 144Hz monitor for your birthday. After plugging them into your setup, it hits you how much of a difference it makes in your gameplay. Finally, you discover the last piece of the puzzle, which is thankfully free this time. That being the Geode mod loader. You install mods like Eclipse to practice levels with no clip limits and start position switchers, and you also install Globed mod to play online with your friends. All these upgrades and mods help you beat your first insane demon like Windy Landscape or Supersonic way faster than you would have normally. After this, you're now ready to take on the hardest difficulty in the entirety of Geometry Dash, your first extreme demon. You go for an easy one like Accu or Cataclysm, and it ends up being your first time taking over 10,000 attempts to beat a level. But after a long struggle, you manage to beat your first extreme demon. You're ecstatic, but despite the fact that you're now able to beat levels of the hardest difficulty in the entirety of Geometry Dash, you realize that within this single demon difficulty is still so much room to improve. An example of a good player would be Michelle, beating a couple insane demons and Cataclysm as the first extreme demon. Level 5, great. You've now become the best player out of your friend group and
And then level 500 is Vortrox. He's just unbelievably good.
Likely extremely knowledgeable about the GD community and its history. You've beaten most, if not all, the gauntlets.
Yo, why does this guy's gauntlets look so cool? Mine don't look like this.
And have amassed a good amount of stars. Now that you have all the hardware you need to max out your skill in Geometry Dash, you continue your journey beating harder and harder extreme demons.
Like Stereo Extremeness, Time Extreme, Cycles X, all the greatest levels, you know.
Go for a top 660 level like Bloodbath, the most iconic top 1 in Geometry Dash history.
Yep.
Your attempt count for each new extreme demon getting higher and higher, making it to the 30 to 50,000s. You then jump to a top 430 demon like Black Blizzard, and finally to a top 290 like XO. Most dedicated
I could tell the guy who made this video is a Carmel fan. Respect!
players might settle around the skill level, beating various extreme demons you find interesting, but not quite willing to dedicate the time required to beating demons any harder. But some players will take on the challenge of pushing their skills to its limits, by setting your sights on your first list demon. I think players like Eric Van Wilderman and Vortrox fit well into the great skill bracket.
Let's go! I'm great! I told you I wasn't good. I'm on level 5. Great. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Beating many extreme demons with their hardest ones being around top 300. Level 6, Pro. You've known about the demon list for a while now. The top one.
So I'm not a pro? Who cares? I'll get there one day.
50 hardest demons in the entire game. But after all the blood, sweat, and tears you put into improving at GD, you're ready to finally beat one of these levels yourself. You find a demon in the extended list you're ready to beat as your first list demon. That demon being Renevant in my case. You get a 59 to 100% run.
This guy beat Renevant? I thought he was a YouTube Shorts guy. He beat Renevant? Oh, he's working on Renevant. Okay. Wow. This might be the best Shorts YouTuber.
A 27 to 62% run, and before you know it, you have the level in 3 runs. You decide to start streaming the level and logging your progress on your own channel. The attempt count starts rising like never before, to the 40, 50,000s, even to 100,000 attempts in some cases. But after an exhausting 2 to 4 month grind, you finally beat your first list demon, becoming a certified Geometry Dash Pro. Every level beyond this ends up being a similar case. You go for your first main list top 75 demon like the Golden or Tartarus, and continue to hone in your skill, spending tens of thousands of attempts and a couple months to beat each demon. I think players like Dorami and Aeon Air fit well into the pro category, having many.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. All jokes aside, I am nowhere near the level of Dorami and Aeon Air. Like, these guys grind extreme demons. I'm not a grinder. I pick one level I like and then I beat that, no matter how long it takes. That's kind of how I go. Now, I'm definitely getting better at the game, but I would not call myself a pro. I don't know. Like, if you consider the whole Geometry Dash community ever, I guess I'd be, like, in the top, like, 1%. But, like, if we're just including, like, YouTubers, I guess, not really. I'm, like, a mid-tier. Skill.
Demons under their belt. But there remains one skill bracket that reigns above them all, that only a select few players could ever manage to
reach. Like Vortrox.
Level 7. Generational. To reach this level of skill in Geometry Dash requires a trifecta of hard work, hardware, and talent. We're talking playing the game since a kid, having a 480Hz monitor, and top-tier reaction.
I think that's my exact
We're talking
monitor.
playing the game since a kid, having a 480.
No, never mind. I don't have that.
Hertz monitor and top tier reaction time and muscle memory. In fact, to even make it to this tier of skill, you were an outlier from the start, likely beating your first demon levels within days of playing the game, and completing list demons in mere thousands of attempts. The only thing that could even be a challenge for you is completing a current top 1 demon, the hardest demon in the entire game. A level creator announces them.
Brown Cat 5 is in this tier. What do y'all know about Brown Cat 5? The greatest player to ever touch Geometry Dash. Truly.
New level looking for verifiers. You step up and offer to verify their level.
I like how with the editing they include like Minecraft stuff. That's kind of cool actually.
Accept. And you begin your journey to
Brown Cat 5 is the top 0 player, better than Zoink. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's true.
Completing a level that pushes the boundaries of Geometry Dash to new heights.
Yeah.
You grind for months through gameplay that the average person could never beat in 100 years of playing the game. And after 100k plus attempts, you verify a new top 1. You become a legend in the community, your presence and skill impossible to ignore. You become solidified in Geometry
That's so cool. He made this in Minecraft for this video?
Dash history as a.
That's really cool. I respect it.
generational player. Prime examples of generational players are of course Zoink, W Popoff, Trick, and even players like Riot for his time period.
Yeah.
Which brings me to an important point when trying to classify players. Certain players may be considered in categories above what they would generally be assigned to based on their hardest levels completed. Some good examples are Maxdash, a legend of the GD mobile community who could be considered a generational player despite never beating a top 1, due to the fact that he managed to beat the top 22 Demon Firework on mobile, making the completion much more difficult. Or Keelandcraft, who at only 8 years old is managing to beat top 500 levels like Auditory Breaker, an insane achievement for such a young age. And the most obvious factor being time. Players like Riot or N-Swish were without a doubt generational players for their time period. However, due to the rising skill ceiling over time, their achievements are not considered nearly as impressive today as they were back then, which is why you should use a bit
Still goats for the time, though.
nuance when trying to classify your own or someone else's skill. That's the 7 levels of Geometry Dash player. Which skill level do you think you belong to? Let me know in the
I think I'm level 8. There's generationals, and then there's time. Once in a lifetime. Video over. Go give Nim Pop some love, though. Fun video.